Is there anything else like you'd want to be part of a remake? Anything?
Oh man. Well, I'm actually a part of kind of a remake, a reboot. We're last summer in Boston, we finished principal photography. Actually, we finished it in Rome, but we shot the majority of it.
Oh,
Confess Fletch, the next chapter in the saga of Irwin M. Fletcher. You choose. So yeah, it's we rebooted it. It's not a remake. We're not trying to do the Chevy Chase impression.
You could say though that Chevy Chase, because I've read the Fletch books.
Yes,
that's not the Fletch books. Those are not the Chevy Chase.
The Chevy version is very Chevy heavy, as we might say, and we love it. It's fantastic. But we have that version in the can. That's great, and it lives in the where it deserves to live. Right. And I think when you saw the Fletch Lives, the kind of sequel to that version of Fletch too, you're kind of like, oh, that doesn't quite hold up as well.
Right.
So myself and Greg Mottola and the good people at Miramax and Paramount, and we decided we were going to try to give it a new life for the 21st century.
So you're going to hew closer to the books?
Very much so. We started with Confess Fletch. All the books, as you know, if you read them, or as anybody out there that's read them, they're great stories. Like they're great whodunits, and they all take place in a different part of the world, and Fletch kind of shows up, and he's an interloper, and he's a disturber, and he does all this great stuff, and he's funny, and it's less about the wigs and the teeth and the funny voices, and it's more about him kind of being sardonic and iconoclastic and a goofball, and it's so much fun to do. And I got to bring John Slattery into the world.
Get out of here.
He plays Frank, the editor, Fletch's old editor, and we have great scenes together, and we got to do a little globe trotting. We shot in Rome and in Boston, and hopefully we're going to do another one that will take place somewhere in the American Southwest, we think, and continue the story. There's 10 books. Yeah. So if I could finish up, the next decade of my life making those, I'd be a happy guy.
No kidding. Because I remember.
Come be in one.
I got to be John. I'm telling you, man.
I'm a producer. I can say that.
I would.
He will do it.
I'm all in. Whatever. Obviously, anything you do, you have me at hello. But when
we're rebooting Jerry Maguire.
That'd be great. So, as a matter of fact, I just read you my lines to try and audition. But I remember I saw the Fletch movies, and then I said I loved it. I'm going to go read the books. And then I started reading the books. I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah. When is he putting on something on the underrails? Right. Like, why aren't they punching the wall? Like, you hate Tommy Lasorda. Where is that? It's so not that at all.
Yeah, I did the same thing, and I was it's nice that there's two different versions of it, I think. Right. And I was sure. Yeah. I was so enthralled that was the first kind of, I didn't know books came in series.
Yes.
Like that. I was like, wait, there's more than
outside of the Hardy Boys.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Like outside of like scholastic readers, But I was like, well, there's 10 of these? I'll have to steal all of them because I didn't have any money. And I did. Sorry, Walden Books in Florissant, Missouri.
Walden Books, everybody. It's like that old Seinfeld episode. They're going to send the police after you about the book.
The library cop.
Right.
If Walden Books was still in business, I would write them a check for $47. But they're not.
Oh yeah,
I remember those. Amazon.
Well, that would be cool. When do we see them?
Hopefully by the end of the year. Paramount has it. We're not sure what the release thing, if it's going to be in theaters or on a platform or some combination. It's all being worked out, but it will see the light of day, and hopefully we'll start making a new one next year.
Fantastic. Seeing you and Slattery in a scene together.
Man, it's so funny. We had such a good time. It was like, it's like slipping on an old jacket. It was very, very fun to be in a scene with him again. And then I went off and last fall made a movie that he directed, starring me and Tina Fey. So it's fun, man. He's a good pal.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.